Huge breaking news is JD has won his appeals case in Virginia. That's right. O's throwing in the towel. She has made an announcement on Instagram. I mean, this came up less than 35 minutes ago. Look at that. Traction, too, baby. And we were talking about 25,000 likes in 25 minutes with the world saying, hey, you need to be done. And what this tells you here is that O knew that she couldn't win on appeal. She also knew, like I have been saying forever, that JD, he was in it, and he may well possibly win it. So she decided, hey, I got to give this stuff up. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. What's more, her insurance companies, they're going to want their money, too. In fact, I imagine this decision was because a part of that. I mean, she's been paying hundreds of thousands of dollars out of pocket. She can't afford that money. So what does she do? She posts on Instagram. She tries to get that sympathy, but she's telling you again, it's over. It's through. You and I, we are going to go over this today, too. Oh man, talk about huge news here. And fun times. Fun times, indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you were doing excellently. 6 years in the making. That's how long this has taken for JD to finally see justice. But apparently, it's here again. This is legit, too. This is coming from Instagram. You can see the only people that are allowed in this conversation as well as of comments. They have been limited. But, hey, you see and you see your mouthpiece online. But listen to this here. After a great deal of deliberation, I have made a very difficult decision to settle the defamation case brought against me by my ex-husband in Virginia. Yeah, she didn't want to throw in the towel again, but she knew that she could not win this. There was no way whatsoever it's important for me to say that I never chose this. Oh, you did. You chose this. You chose it for 6 long years. You just never thought that he could ever win in a courtroom. I defended my truth. I always loved that word there too. My truth. And in doing so, my life as I knew it was destroyed. Yeah, you go out, you put that bullseye on someone else, but it's their fault for trying to defend themselves, right? The vilification I have faced on social media. So, of course, you got to point that finger at everyone else, because that is exactly what you're going to do, is an amplified version of the way in which women are victimized when they come forward again because somebody was outed. They were outed for not telling the truth. They did this for years. That's somehow your fault. It's somehow the fault of everyone else. Now, I have finally had the opportunity to emancipate myself from something I attempted to leave over 6 years ago, and on terms I can agree to. Yeah, you wouldn't have agreed to these terms at all unless you thought that you couldn't win. I have made no admission. Of course not. You only got on the stand and you showed the world the truth. You didn't have to admit anything. This is not an act of concession. Yes, it is. Indeed, it is a huge act of concession, too. Again, she brought in Powerhouse Company, one that she figured she could get to represent her because they've represented Twitter, they've represented so many others. So she thought, hey, you know what? I can get a win with this, too. There are no restrictions or gags with respect to my voice moving forward. So she's telling you, I'm never going to be quiet about this either. I'm never going to move forward, never going to stop speaking. That tells you she may settle this, but at the same time, she's never going to stop. She's never going to stop aiming at people. That includes not just JD, but that includes people like Adam Waldman, people that are witnesses, yourself, myself, anyone that they could put in the crosshairs. She's telling you all that stuff. I imagine a book will be in order. I imagine there will be so much there. But again, when you look at this, it's huge news because of what she's saying, but it's also huge news